Good morning, guys. It is morning. It's very light outside, but it's also very foggy. And I am heading to work, and I'm very, very late. But good morning, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'm back from working and stuffs. Basically just working. I was a little bit tired today, so I decided I'm going home directly. I'm gonna rest up a little bit so that I will have all the energy and happiness on Monday. Because I'm really, really tired. I'm sorry about the sound. I'm gonna turn off the sound on my... You have heard a lot of boinks lately because I've been chatting more with people over Facebook and stuff. Because I get more social when I'm feeling better. That is how I work. We have some changes! Yesterday I talked to you that I wanted to make something with those Valentine cards, blackwork things. And I sat down this morning and I'm like, no, I don't think I want to do that. I am going to figure out how to make some blackwork myself instead. Mostly because the reason behind why I wanted to do them, I felt it became a little bit too impersonal. That project is going to be a gift and I wanted the gift to be very gifty. No, very personal. So I'm gonna try to figure out a way to make something lovable instead. Yeah, something lovable. So that is probably the idea. We'll see. You are going to see the project. It's gonna take much longer time though, because the design process is usually much longer. I have all these ideas, but sometimes I get an idea and I get a design on paper quite fast. Like all my little kawaii vegetables. I had the idea and it took me just a week or two, I think, to kind of muscle it down to a needle minder. The hummingbird also, it took a very short time. And then I have all these other ideas of designs that I really want to do, which takes a lot longer time. I've had ideas for months now that I haven't really gotten to the part to sit down and actually draw them. And after I've drawn them, I have to make patterns from them. And when the patterns is done, then is when I can start making test stitches. Like with the hummingbird, I actually did one design in the beginning and I did stitch it up together with a floral design. Neither of those ever made it to needle minders and they probably won't. The hummingbird, I actually totally changed it. I reduced the back stitching a whole bunch and I cut off a whole bit of his head so it looked much better. And that is kind of, the design process takes a lot longer than you would think. Like I want to have all of these Halloween designs and I'm not sure that I will be able to do it in time because it's a long process and I have a lot of other things to do at the moment. But we'll see. I have the whole weekend. Right? Probably not because, you know, I have a boyfriend. He wants to be social. Sometimes, and I need to too. Yeah, but right now I am going to record a little bit of videos or clean again. No, I put up some things that were on the floor or on my cloth box because I wanted to look what I had to material. But I am going to do some videos and we'll see what the rest of the day will bring. Yeah, my button maker, it's on its way. I didn't get any notifications from eBay that it was sent, so I've been like, is it sent? I haven't got any kind of connection. They haven't contacted me, we haven't had any conversations, nada, nothing. Kind of annoying. Because it was kind of the order I didn't know if they got the extra parts or not. You could buy when you buy from this seller and buy a button maker, you choose, there's 3 different formats of buttons. and every format has its own kind of metallic thingy. Also, there is three or six different backings of these buttons. The formats of buttons have different, but the backings, it's just the different. But with it, I got a machine. I would get the setting to set the buttons, and I would get 200 buttons of my choice. Also, there is like 10 different sizes that you had to choose from. And the kit I ordered also had 3 of those settings, so 3 different buttons. I wanted to make different sizes, and I'm not making hugely different sizes. They are all around an inch. I think it's an inch and an eighth of an inch, and an inch and a quarter, or it's a quarter and a half, or something like that. So there isn't a huge difference between them, but there is a difference between them. And I wrote all this in kind of a message box, and I didn't know if that was a message box for me to just add notes or if it was for the seller. I did try to contact the seller, and I never got an answer back from that. Very confusing. I usually don't buy on eBay, so I didn't know what to do. But in the end, it seems like they shipped something. But now we come to the third thing that happened. The seller haven't added any details in the package of what it is, or the cost, or anything. And it got stuck in customs. So I got contacted today. I got a letter in my... I got a paper letter, saying that I needed to send some compliment information. I had to send my PayPal receipt so they knew how much it cost. I had to send kind of a description of the product. So I sent them the link to the eBay because I don't know how I could do the description in other way. Very confusing. This is the first time it happens to me, so it's very confusing. But I sent it away, so hopefully next week sometimes I will be getting my button maker. It's ringing. Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought I kind of finished this properly. It was the phone. It was a guy who wanted me to, as I have a company. There's a card reader that you can put into your iPhone or your... I think they can do it in Androids also, that you connect it to your iPhone or Android, and you can read credit cards. Basically, if you're out on a fair or something and you're selling stuff, you can take credit card payments without needing any kind of like... There are a lot of different things you have to pay monthly for and stuff. This is free. They take a certain percentage when you are doing your sales. The more you sell, the less the percentage it is. And also, apparently, it's actually lesser than both PayPal and Etsy takes. But I don't sell on fairs, so I have no use for it. But then you know what? Who called? Anyway, I think it's a really cool technical solution. I've been knowing about this for years. It's a sort of new company, but I've been knowing it for years, and there's a lot of my friends who just in the beginning, when they were launching, got their readers. The reader itself is free. So he wanted me to get one. I don't think I'm going to, but yeah. The reason why I told you was because I think it's a cool solution, technical solution for a problem. But yeah, I'm going to do some crafting and come back to you later. I have had such an awesome afternoon, evening, sort of. It's only 20 to 7 or something like that, but I've had an awesome time. First I did some live streaming through Periscope again, which was really, really funny. Every Saturday I have a card that's going up for Little Miss Muffet stamps, and I'm really supposed to make my cards a whole bunch of time in advance, but I have a tendency to forget. Because that's me. No, I have had a very... Yes, I haven't felt good. I haven't really done what I'm supposed to do. I've been able to make maybe 1 or 2 cards, but I haven't been able to do a whole bunch of them to schedule. So usually I do them on Saturday mornings, which do work because I only put them on my blog and then on Facebook. So I don't have to be in advance, but I have been before. So today I actually made tomorrow's card on a Periscope. So basically and I have something, it's called catch.me/misspastimes, which is where they kind of catch my Periscopes. Periscopes are only live for 24 hours. Or not live, but they are only... The recorded video will only be on Periscope for 24 hours. However, catch.me, they have the video, keeps the video for a little bit longer time. I don't know how long they keep them. I'm gonna look into it. So basically I had a live streaming with that little card. I can show you. This is the card I made. This is the little guy. Oh god, I have a sun coming in from the window over my shoulder. I didn't make it, but that's the little guy. I have made him with Copics and polychromos, so he's really adorable. It's a little dragon Halloween card. I wanted to use my Halloween papers and I want to do Halloween cards, but the stamps I have for Little Miss Muffin stamps that are Halloween cards, or Halloween inspired, don't go live until a week. So now you know there's going to be Halloweenish in the future there. So I can't do it until next week. So I thought, why not take a little dragon that I had? Because he's adorable, isn't he? Yeah. But then when I had finished my live stream, I went out and ate with Christopher. Let's see how my tummy will feel. It's a little bit of an experiment because we sat down and I ordered what they called a grilled beef. And when I got it, it was pork. And I decided that I would try it because sometimes your tummy changes and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try it and see it, but my tummy has already started to bubble, so I didn't think it was a good idea. But then I know that I shouldn't eat it, and I have ordered it and everything, and it wasn't a miscommunication. It was me believing that it was something that it wasn't. But yeah, I'm talking a lot at the moment because I'm in a really good mood. But I should quit this now. I have a video to edit to get up in the morning, which is a haul video for my craft channel, and then I have some cards to photograph, and then I have a video for Monday to edit. And then I have the whole weekend to do all the other things, which is going to be so much fun. But yeah, I'll see you before I go to bed. Well guys, it's time for bed. I have been having so much fun. I've been doing so much card making and coloring and watching, having YouTube and a Periscope on while I'm doing it, because hey, I'm cutting the sound out anyway, so I can do that. I had my mobile phone sitting in front of me and looking at that, which was really, really, really fun. I did a boo-boo. I did a pretty big boo-boo. Being in a DT, I've talked about this before, you get images before the releases. It can vary from a week to a month before a release. I thought that was good. I checked through the emails when I got the images, and in the email it says it's releasing on Wednesday next week, so after Wednesday it's okay to use it. So perfect, I can use this for my Saturday card and I can live stream it. So I live streamed it on Periscope, and after I live streamed it and was editing the card, I went into the DT group to share the card, and I see this post: we aren't releasing this until Saturday. And I'm like, no. Now, it doesn't matter for you guys because this video will go up after the release of that stamp, but it's kind of terrible. I really didn't mean to do that. Really didn't mean to do that, and it just happened. And it's like, oh god. So I just learned something. I have to be a little bit more careful with the images that I choose. Double check and triple check and check the DT groups and everything so that it doesn't happen again. But I had a lot of fun doing the Periscope, the live recording. I might do more Saturday, Sunday. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm trying to figure things out. Next month, October, it is the 30-day coloring challenge is coming back on the 1st of October, and I thought it would be perfect to try that out with Periscope, to actually do some or all of that coloring on like live playing, but we'll see. It all depends on how much energy and time I have. But I am trying to collect smaller images that I can color and maybe just do small images and not do full cards and stuff like that. But we'll see. I'm looking forward to that, to the 30-day challenge. I have learned so much about coloring the last year that it's huge, it's big, it's I'm looking at images that I colored a year ago, and then I'm coloring them again, and there is so much more detail and texture and everything. I am going to need to play around more, even more, learn even more, but this is so much fun. Seeing that development just makes me totally happy. And it's the same thing today. We had a meeting, and when I do meetings I sit and draw, because then I can be more concentrated on the meeting. It's a thing. And after the meeting I kind of looked at all the images that I have drawn, and I could see where my weak points are, what I need to learn, like anatomy, muscles, stuff like that. And I could also see things I actually have learned, like I'm much better at hair than I thought. I really have taken in the information about how to do eyes when I watch videos of that. It's been good. It's been so good. So yeah, a lot of fun. Right now I'm gonna head to bed, so good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Bye.